Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. Who is here? So we got 5 people already. 11 seconds in. Now, I am live on my phone currently. This is Corey. We're going to wait a little while for more people to show up. I look so ghostly. This little bit of hair
Let me
is
tell
so
people on.
That's better. It needs to say like that. Live! I wasn't posing. Do we have any comments? Where are the comments? I want to see all chat. There we go. Ah! Hello, Cyborg Magma. Hello.
Hey.
Oh, you commented several minutes ago. Okay. Is there a filter? What's that? Yes. Gorgeous. Let's have that one.
I literally forgot how to spell the word description.
Description.
Yeah. No, go away.
Hello, Chloe. Hello, David. Hello, Cyborg again. Hello, everyone. So we have been filming some videos today. Can you tell? Can you tell what it might be? Do you like our makeup? So I have this like 3D spider going on, and on the gorgeous Corey, I have done kind of like a re-envision of this like haunted ghost, but also a little bit glamorous. I don't know what it's called. What should I call it?
So
Pizza.
That's
Pizza
why it's
goblin.
like all messed up. Oh my god.
That's alright.
Oh look, I got a notification to say you're going.
Oh,
you're
look
live.
at that. Love that. Oh, and you got an advert. Oh, yes. We're in the money this evening.
I don't. Can I put a link? It's not letting me
Ta-da.
share. Copy link. There we
Right.
go.
I don't know why do the comments not like constantly show on phone? I need to see all the chats. Yes, thank you. Hi, Tanya. Thank you. Hello, Delaney Boussard. So, we are live for a Halloween little situation. I don't know what's going on. So, if you have any questions for both of us, then please ask.
Please.
So, we are enjoying a nice glass of wine. It's
Rosé.
been, yes, rosé wine. It's been a day. It's been a day.
It has been.
So, I had like problems this morning with like, if you live in England, you will know that the trains are just awful.
Are they not just awful?
I mean, are trains awful just everywhere?
In general.
I really like how your makeup turned out. I've
It
been looking
looks
at it like,
amazing.
yes, look at those lashes. Ah, flutter, flutter, flutter.
I think there was somebody that said something, no? Oh.
Hello to you both from Phoenix, Arizona. Hello, Jacundo.
Jacundo. We love it, Jacundo. Hi, Chloe.
I've never been to America, so there we go. Is Arizona nice? Is it beautiful? Is it warm? I refuse to use the trains in this country. Honestly, David, I feel very similar.
Oh my god, same.
Unfortunately, because living in London is very much like you have to use them.
Yeah.
So it's like, ugh. But I don't know what it is. We just need better trains in this country. It's so not great. Just not great.
I took the Victoria line the other day. Well, took it. This is an understatement because I
Stole
did not take it. I
Oh.
attempted to take it
Oh no.
and didn't. When I got like there was just so many people and the queue wasn't moving and I was like, this is going to take an hour and a half. I was like, I can walk to my destination faster than this.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, I prefer buses than trains. Yes, I ended up taking a bus, Chloe. Yeah, that's how. So me too.
Buses, I don't know. I do kind of feel they are a little bit, and I use this phrase nicely. I feel like it's the peasant wagon. The bus is the peasant wagon. I also get the peasant wagon. I'm a peasant that rides on the wagon. But there's always like someone crazy who sits next to you who's like, would you like to see this banana? Like, no, I'm trying to go home.
What part of London do you live in?
Do you not have that? There's always a slightly nutty person on the buses. There always is. Like,
Oh,
there's
yes.
always someone that, and if it's really, if the bus is absolutely packed and nobody is sitting next to this person on the bus, you should not go and sit next to them because they're going to be like, look at my banana, let me sing at you for 3 hours. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I once
no
had
thanks.
this. Oh wait, so every morning I used to get the bus to work, right? And it's hilarious because everybody sits in the same place.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
It's just like commuting,
funny,
isn't it?
right? I stand by the doors, laughing my assholes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cold though. I always find like the warmest place to sit on the bus. Is that weird?
Just take a cozy. Just
No.
take your blanket with you.
I found it out because
Yeah.
the engine is right at the back. So if you sit at the back of the bus on the far left hand side, it's the warmest place on the bus.
Back of the bus on the far left.
Yes.
Oh, like right above the engine.
Yes.
Breathe in all those fumes. Keep you nice and toasty because you're going insane. There was comments. Why? How would you? I don't know how this works. I'm still very new to live streaming. I don't usually live stream on my phone, but I must say the quality is actually much better than I thought it was going to be today. The proof will be when I watch it back later and go, I can't hear anything.
I love this. I used the trains in Sydney and they were clean, on time, and I nearly had a heart attack.
Honestly, David, I agree. Anytime that my train isn't delayed, I'm like, what's happening? I've got to my destination on time. This is unheard of. My partner is a bus driver, and there's always at least one weirdo. Isn't it weird? I don't understand. There's just some, like, universal law, like the third law of thermodynamics. There will be a weirdo on your bus.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know how it works. Please come to New York City. I'm from North New Jersey. NJ Transit MTA are legendary bad.
Right.
I'm guessing. So this is like train.
We're not going to New Jersey.
Oh, off we go. Our train has arrived, or maybe not.
Yeah, no, sorry. There were delays, so we didn't get there.
Our train was cancelled, so we can't come to New Jersey. Delaney Broussard. Broussard. I live in a small country town in Texas. We just ride horses everywhere. Oh, that sounds nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Have you ever been horse riding?
I have.
Yes.
I used
Me
to love
too.
horse riding.
I used to have horses.
Did you really?
Long time ago.
Queen.
Well, there's a story. So my family was going to move to France when I was about 9 years old, and so we bought this like a lot of land. This like, it's not a lot of land. It's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot of land. It's a lot of some land.
Yeah. Okay.
So we had that, and then we went to rescue some horses. So one was a Welsh. I think is it a Welsh cob?
Yes.
Welsh cob, I think is the
so,
horse.
yeah.
Big brown horse. And we were going to rescue it, but we did, in southern France I did some horse riding. I don't know where this story was going. Basically, I've done horse riding before, yes.
I like horse
Why
riding.
were we talking about horses? Oh, because Texas.
Yeah.
Ride horses everywhere. To be honest, have you ever had a delayed horse? Like, sorry, you can't go there. Your horse is cancelled.
Oh, when you...
Oh, I'd love it.
There's some issues.
Oh, what's
when
happening?
you finally come to the USA, come to Arizona
And visit the Grand Canyon.
I really want to do that.
That is
Arizona
somewhere.
and the Grand Canyon, yes.
Grand Canyon is somewhere I want to see. Like, it's definitely on the bucket list, even though I'm far too young to have one. 25 plus the 18. The Grand Canyon, yes. Isn't there like, do people get this like existential dread when they go to these big places, don't they? Because they're like, it's been here forever, and like I am tiny, and like, this is big. Like,
why does it take me so long to get there?
It's amazing.
It's one of the
seven wonders of the natural world. Arizonians, is that what you're called? That's cute. To get to
Arizonians.
brag about it. Yes. A plot of land. That would have been better, David. I should have said a plot of land. You know, the rosé, everyone. Hello. This is a very unflattering angle. You're just going to get
Cyborg says so lucky.
upshot of my double chin. I must say, my makeup is translating on this camera much better than in real life. I'm very, very sort of
really cool.
unnerved by it. I keep looking and I'm like, I don't like it. That's always a good horror makeup, isn't it? So lucky. Why are we lucky? What? Because trains run on time for a change. Shocking.
So lucky. I don't know.
She's so lucky. Copyright. So, what's everyone doing? How is your evening? It is Saturday, probably where you are, as well as it is here.
Possibly.
So, I'm an old lady now, and I don't usually go out anymore on Saturdays, but I used to go clubbing on Saturdays. Did you ever have a haunt in London that you went to?
A place?
Yeah, like a regular place that you would go clubbing.
Kind of. But then I started getting recognized too much, so I was like, no.
Total opposite for me. I was like, yes, recognize me, get me on that guest list.
No, I'm kidding. I got recognized like twice.
Oh, but
it was cute.
To be honest, same as me. Like in the last 2 years, probably just twice. It's nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm not used to it yet, though.
It's weird. You never do get used to it.
No, because it was so awkward. Like I was like standing at the bar, right, and this guy turns to me, like right next to me, he goes, "You're a YouTuber, right?" I'm like, "Yes, I am. Is this happening right now?" He's like, "Your name's Corey Schultz, right?" I'm like,
no.
I'm like, "Yes, it is."
Oh.
Right, and then he's like, "Okay, cool, nice. I subscribe to your channel, blah blah blah." And I'm like,
okay.
and now
and then
he
you
was
have
waiting for his drinks.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for mine, and it was just like, oh.
It can be a bit like that sometimes, can't
I was
it?
like, okay, hi. Okay, yeah.
When you have to like stand with someone that you don't know, I think it's awkward even if they don't know you. It's just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
awkward. When So I was going to think of a story just then to share, but I've completely gone blank. So we're going to move on. I'll come back to it later when they'll be great. That's the way of
Were they
usual.
comments though? I think they were.
Why can't they just stay up? I just want to read them all. Okay. I'm Danny and I'm a subscriber since 2008. Wow.
Oh, we love
I
a dedicated
think
queen.
you might be the current winner of how long you've been subscribed. David G. Lol, by the way, saw you on Rolly's videos. Oh, thank you. So many videos you have now. You're brilliant. Thank you. Soyeon A, trains on time. That's the national news. Absolutely. The Daily Mail wrote an expose about trains running on time. You maybe want to have some rosé right now, but mostly that's an evening thing, and it's not evening here yet. Oh, so yes, so is Jukundo from Arizona? I can't remember.
Have you guys ever
terrible.
been to
Coco
Club? Did you just spit in my wine?
So sorry, I did.
It's okay.
I'm very, very, very
It's
sorry. Disgusting. Coco Club.
This will be on eBay.
So that violates biohazard. I'm not gonna go there.
Did you see that Shane Dawson thing when he tried to
He tried to sell his underwear. I know, right? Isn't that weird?
And then I had to take it down because it was like violating the terms and conditions.
Could you imagine? It got to like $110,000 or something, didn't it? And
Yeah,
that's when
something
eBay was like,
ridiculous.
we have to shut this down now. I think that's crazy. Who is watching the new Jeffree Star series? How do you feel about it?
Beautiful world of Jeffree Star.
I'm excited.
Yes, I'm from Arizona.
Yes, I thought you were. I was very much
See,
like,
I love how you're paying attention.
I try and pay attention. It doesn't often work, but I try. We're so poor, all we can do is pay attention. No, that's not how it goes. I'm so poor I can't even pay attention.
I love these colors though, right?
Which ones?
Like just everything's like flowing together.
Yes, like the background is nice. The faces are nice. It's nice. Me, it's groundbreaking.
What is?
We were just talking about paying attention. Groundbreaking. Oh, what? When the trains are on time?
Yeah.
Oh, no, of course, the series with Jeffree Star that we were just talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yes, loving it. So surprised how much money Jeffree makes from one palette.
Right?
Yes.
I was like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Like,
I had an idea that it was like a lot, but I had no idea that it was like $20 million.
like that's ridiculous. Like that is a lot.
From one palette that he makes just like personal income. I kind of feel like a bit weird that he shared that though, because like I would have been shocked if he'd have said $5 million.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true.
If he'd have said
It's
like
a million.
400K, I'd have been like, oh, you know, that's kind of acceptable.
Yeah, because
But $20 million, $20 million.
from one palette. Oh, 19 million because.
Oh,
it's
because
crazy, just the first release. So the 19 million because he said like.
you take
plus
off a
minus
million
1
for,
million,
for
yeah.
something. You
Yeah.
know, just fun money.
Just take. We have $1 million. Play money.
I think
Can you
that's
imagine
just
having like
wild.
$1 million, just being like.
I can do whatever I want with this £1 million.
Plus minus $1 million, like is nothing, right? That's like me. Let me check
I'm
my
like,
bank account.
yeah,
plus
plus minus maybe like 50p if it's a good week.
Do you ever do that though? You're like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
you
open my
know.
bank account and like I should have plus minus £12.
Yeah, like, oh, usually minus £12, and then you get a letter that's like, you are being fined for being poor.
Yeah.
Love that. Thanks. Thanks, NatWest. Shout out, Spawn. Where is the comments? There we go. Right, what do we have? $90 million. Yeah, but when he does a restock, he gets that again. Yeah, see, that is wild. It's not just from once. It's like a cycle of that much money.
Yes.
But I do have a feeling, maybe he won't share this in this video, or this video series, is that they have false restocks. Are you okay? A little joke.
It went down the wrong hole. That's what he said.
Please don't have to go to the hospital. Hello, 909.
Okay.
This demon goblin has drunk wine and got very upset. So, what was I just about to say?
Jeffree Star something.
Yeah, so I think the way that they release their stocks is a little bit maybe not quite as truthful as they actually say. So, for example, I think that let's say he buys 100,000 units of something.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be like, on release day, and then he'll sell 10,000 and a lot, like put them in like chunks of
Mm-hmm.
10k, so he can be like sold out, and then wait 3 weeks and be like, oh, it's restocked now, but he's actually already got the stock.
Uh-huh,
So
yeah.
it creates this it's
this vibe.
FOMO.
And, yeah,
FOMO. It's fear of missing out. So then you go, oh no, it's not going to be in stock. Oh, buy 3 next time
Yeah.
because it will go out of stock again.
Uh-huh.
I feel like this is like the modern way. I
Yeah.
reckon. I don't think they'll talk about that, but that almost ensures that you're going to have profit constantly because you have this like scarcity idea. What do
it's
you
gonna be
think?
sold
Do you think
out,
that? Do you think I'm completely tinfoil hatting
because
here?
I mean,
or-
he can't be so stupid to not order. You have to know how.
It has to
like,
be rolling,
especially,
right?
Especially at this time because he's been doing it since what 2008, 6.
Oh, what, from MySpace? Well, his makeup's only been here since 2015.
Oh, since 2015.
Yeah,
He's
so
been doing it in, like,
4 years.
So I feel like on this year at least he should have known like, this is how many sales we're making.
Yeah.
So let's order that plus 10% or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
You know, like,
yeah. And
so
then
he
I
has
think,
to
like,
know, right.
so from that, like, initial investment, he then has to be, like, rolling stock, right? He'll be having them made constantly, and then just, like, get to a certain amount, and then sell all of that amount, and then get back to 10k, sell all that 10k,
Exactly.
work the way up to 10k, sell it. Oh, something like that, just as an example. There was something there. I think what was it? Delaney Broussard. I think that's exactly what he does. So I think that's like the way that business works now. I think that's a great like marketing technique.
Because business in general, you always have to like reach your like for like sales. Like you have to identify like what you did previously last year and what you're gonna do this year.
Yeah.
And you have to.
It's all about growth.
You're gonna have a budget scheme, so you obviously have to make that budget in order to be profitable. Yes, correct. And then. So you can't just say, okay, I'm sold out, because that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
right?
you're not making money if you're sold out.
No, you're not. So I think you're right. I think it's this like.
I think it's almost
this
like
eager, like thing like, oh, I'm gonna miss out, this FOMO. Yeah.
yeah. But you
For sure.
like, what would you call that? What is that technique? It's got to be just
gotta be
like
something. Yeah.
it's just got to be good marketing, isn't it?
It
Really,
is,
to be
yeah,
like,
for
oh,
sure.
you have to buy some now, or you won't get the chance. But actually, you'll always have the chance because I've never been able to not get a Jeffree Star product. I've not been able to get it like there and then immediately, but
you
like wait
eventually-
3 weeks and I'll be able to get it. Like yeah,
Supply
supply and
and demand,
demand,
exactly,
good idea.
100%.
Yes.
That's the
What's
one.
happening? And I think you could be right. It's all about demand. He's not stupid to let it run out completely. Exactly. If you had to choose whether to do a makeup line or a hair care line, which would you choose? Luxeria.
Ooh.
I would do makeup. I'm actually working very loosely on a makeup line, from my own sort of formulations up, basically. So that's what I'm doing. I highly doubt I will get anything out of it except my own enjoyment. But you never know. People might buy, people might not. I don't know. It's weird to do. It's weird to do these sorts of things because unless you try
it's
it.
difficult. Like the answer will always be no if you don't give it a go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just have to do it.
Yeah.
and
If you never try, you will fail 100% of the time.
Yeah. But I feel like if you really keep at it, then it'll be successful. No matter.
Exactly. But there are also it's weird because success actually is in stages. It's not just like
No,
you
no,
can
it's not
only
like-
be
yeah.
like stardust celebration because there are makeup brands like for example the Balm where no one really hears about it, but it's always in Superdrug.
Yeah.
So there's got to be people making money. There's got to be
Yeah,
like
but-
products
but
being
like
innovated.
success, like you said, is measured in different ways. So like you could just say, okay, well, success to me means I'm able to sell something that I like, and I make things that I like, and I'm able to have a living off of that.
Yeah.
So you're not earning like £20 million or
Yeah.
dollars or whatever, but you're making enough to sustain
live,
yourself.
yeah, and
which
do
is,
something you
in
enjoy.
my opinion, success.
That's the first like on the ladder, isn't it, of
It
success?
is,
It's
yeah.
like because if you're not working for yourself, you're making somebody else's dreams come true.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about it anyway. Although,
Goes
but
to
it
work
is
every week.
yeah, it's on it, but it is at the bottom. It's such a struggle bus because like, how do you even get started? Scarcity principle. That's what it's called. I
Yes,
knew it had a
yes,
name. Thank you, Cyborg. I was hoping you'd choose hair care line since I don't wear makeup. Well, you never know. I mean, I do love a good hair care product as well. What was that? Hey, Jeffree started with just a couple of $1,000s. You could be the next Jeffree Star.
Right.
Well,
I
yeah,
agree.
that's true. I mean,
you should never put yourself down.
Yeah,
I think you could.
the way
And
that
then I'm gonna make a series called The Beautiful Life of Luxeria.
an expose, and you'd be
Yeah.
like, come into my office. I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, so I think the thing with making a product is that there are a lot of people out there that make stuff they don't believe in, I think.
Yeah.
So like
Just to make money.
yeah, so for example, if I go to a makeup counter and I want to purchase an item of makeup and the person selling makeup to me is not wearing an ounce of makeup, how do I know that that makeup is doing what they're saying it's going to do?
True.
Do you know what I mean?
But the most hilarious thing, so I work in a cafe, right?
Mhm.
But the amount of people I work with, and when I'm like, so what coffee do you drink? And they're like, oh, I don't drink coffee. I'm like, so why are you working in a coffee shop? I don't understand. They're like, oh, I just like the whole idea of it. I'm like, okay.
I mean,
cool.
it is a cute idea, though.
Yeah, but like, you gotta know the product, right? If you
Yeah,
want to sell it to somebody.
Exactly. Oh, conversations with Christine. Please give me the comments. Where are
You
they?
just have to, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
so you just swipe up like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop complaining now. Conversations with Samantha. She's using the iconic number 18. Thank you. This is my friend Josh. Have you met Josh?
No.
It was at Tsitsi with Roly and I on the Saturday. I don't know. Maybe
I
not.
wasn't there on the Saturday.
No,
I don't
okay,
think I
no,
was.
so you didn't. But yes. Hello, Josh. How are you doing? Are you doing well? Good. Yes.
Goody.
It's about sending your product to the right influencers and getting it on their channels. So, yes, a lot of making money is actually spending it on advertising. Advertising should be the biggest outgoing of
think so,
a
yeah.
company. However, in saying that, there are some staple products you never see advertised, like the RCMA no color powder. They don't do personal advertisements, but everyone uses that powder. And like the Coty Air Spun, nobody, like, there's no billboard saying, buy Coty Air Spun powder now.
No.
Like, no one does that, but everyone uses it. I'm sure there's probably things for coffee as well that's very
Possibly,
similar.
yeah. I mean, so the thing is,
It's an awkward
like,
one, isn't it?
Like with like merchandise or anything that you want to sell, like I feel like it needs to be. So like a lot of products I see, like a lot of YouTubers doing, like they spend so much money on marketing and advertising, and then they push out this brand, but then it's such a simple, stupid design.
It's not fully realised.
And like for instance, like if I see a T-shirt and I really like it, I look for the label or where it's from so that I can search it online or search it somewhere later so that I can purchase the item. So a lot of like creators don't do that, and I feel like that's like a Jeffree Star palette or whatever. It has like Jeffree Star all over it, right?
Yeah.
So I think it needs to have some form of like brand like awareness so that people can
An
search it.
identity.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
people
agree
who are
with
not
that.
like subscribed to you or people who are from outside can see a product and be like, oh, I really like
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. So let's buy that, you know?
I think there are definitely some rules to good businessmanship, and I don't, because I'm not a businesswoman. I don't know them all yet. I've never studied business. I've never done anything with business. The most sort of marketing-y thing I've ever done is YouTube, and that's marketing myself. And I feel weird marketing myself, and I think
Right.
in order to be like a successful business person, you have to not feel that. You know what I mean? I
true.
think that's like a thing that you take away.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, no, like all the insecurities are gone. You have to be like, I am the best, and this is why you're watching me. And I'm like, do you know, if you want to watch, you can. I don't
Yeah.
mind. You don't have to.
I'm
Like,
exactly the same.
and
I'm
it's
like,
like, I think that's
you
a
can if you
thing.
want to. I don't know.
It's like it's a thing. If I could somehow be like, I have a head of marketing that does it all for me, then I'd just provide the talent for whatever it is. That's exactly what I want to do. I mean, the whole reason why I got into science in the first place is to make my own products, but only because I know the products that I want. I know what I want them to do from a consumer point of view and from a makeup artist point of view. I just now want to make them, from scratch. I want to be able to know the chemistry behind it. I don't really care about the whole like, oh, I have this lovely website where you can buy them from. I'm like, I want to make the stuff and then be like, somebody else can do all the marketing,
All the
everything
stuff,
else,
yeah.
because I now know how to make a great product that does what I want it to do. And that's almost more important, but to make money, you need both of them.
Yeah, you do.
There's no point having an amazing product if nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
If no one knows, what's the point?
Does anybody know?
Does anybody know? Oh. What's about
It's
it?
about sending your product to the right.
Oh,
influencer.
yeah.
Yeah, we've read that one.
But if you're bringing out a product of your own, wouldn't it be about the product selling rather than marketing yourself? See, I also believe that. I think, a product has to be good in order for it to sell.
For sure.
Otherwise you end up with this weird situation, a bit like with what's happening with Nikita Dragon at the moment.
Oh, really?
Like, she's got like 3 products out, and everyone is like talking about it, but I don't really hear about many people buying it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, all the influencers have it, but I don't hear about people being like, so I bought this Nikita Dragon like concealer, or I bought this Nikita Dragon palette, and I think it's great. Like, I don't hear about that. It's kind of like a weird thing, and I would love to see her do super well, but I just haven't yet. I know I buy a lot of makeup, but I only use the same things every day, and I usually buy them because I see everyone else talking about them. Really? So are you someone that has like lots of makeup? Hi, James. lots of makeup but only uses a few select things. You have lots of makeup because people are talking about the makeup.
Yeah,
Is that what that is?
I think so. I think, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
See, I would like to create a product that's like, I go for that because that product does what I need it to do.
exactly, rather than because the person's
Yeah,
speaking
but
about
just because I've released a new palette and you should buy this palette. It's like, you want this palette because it's good. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it. Oh, I like this comment.
What's this?
Hey loves, you both look amazing. Oh, thank you.
I would buy your products and do research. I respect
respect
that.
that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I love a good research project. I can't lie about that.
Yes.
Most of my YouTube now is about research projects. So.
Yes, I watched your recent one. Your,
Did you? Did you
yes.
like
Oh,
it?
God,
Denatured
it was
Alcohol?
not the one with Rody, the other one.
Yeah, the denatured
Yeah,
alcohol
that
one.
one exactly.
That took so long to make. When I did was on. Okay, so I was on a podcast. I was on your podcast.
Yes, yeah.
Must be last month now. And I was like, oh god, the script is taking me forever. It's this,
remember you saying that.
So that was that. That was what I was working on all that time. I was like trying to get my green screen to work.
A lot. I was like, God, this.
It was a lot.
This is dedication, honey. I was like, what makeup would you first?
Is Mr. Cutie Pie on Bait World?
Oh, is Mr. Cutie Pie on Bait? Who's Mr. Cutie Pie on Bait World?
What's
Oh, is
Bait
you
World?
referring to me?
Well, you're obviously the Mr. Cutie Pie. If I was the Mr. Cutie Pie, I'd be like, put this user in timeout.
This is how naive I am. I'm just like, I have no idea people are talking about me.
No. So this is like, who is this man? Where? What on earth is Bait World though? Please tell me. I'm dying to know.
No idea.
Love your science videos. Thank you, David.
Oh, David.
I have so I'm just starting writing the script for the next one, which I'm planning to have out in November. I'm trying to do this whole sort of like one science video a month because they take a lot of effort to make. And I'm kind of stuck on my next one. I don't know, I kind of want to branch out a little bit and go into something to do with hair, because I think a lot of people like hair things, and they like, there's lots of people that are interested in what they're putting in their shampoo.
I would love
and stuff.
that.
Well, you know, like, so okay, here's a little exclusive for the live stream. I'm kind of working on sulfates and parabens, and I don't know which one to concentrate on, because they're usually like shampoos with sulfates and parabens. Like, sulfates are an interesting concept because they're in loads of things. Even your hand soap has it. Even your facial cleansers have sulfates. So I'm kind of... Do you think I should do sulfates? Should I do sulfates?
I think so.
Yeah? Should I do that?
Yes, I have about 1,500 in makeup, but only use the same 6 things. Honey.
Oh, 1,500. That's a nice starter kit. I like that.
Is that a lot or not a lot?
It depends who you ask. If you ask an average person, I think 1,500 is quite a lot. But I have... The last time I counted everything that I had was 6k. I had £6,000 worth of makeup. I know. But a lot of it is just like... Not expired,
die.
but like older. Because I've kept
It's
it.
a website for gay, bi, and straight guys.
Well, I don't know. Are you on Bait
I'm
World?
not on Bait World.
Well,
I'm
love
really
that.
sorry.
Thanks, James, for bringing your sexual nonsense into my live stream. All right, what do we have? 6 things for everyday wear and only others for special occasions. See, I used to get sent quite a lot of stuff, and I used to buy a lot of stuff, and still a lot of that stuff is special occasion stuff, because I do have... Although, like, to create the look on Corey's eyes I've done today is this one. So it's this palette, the EYN Bright Matte by... What?
I'm searching Bait World.
That's fishing bait.
This is not on brand.
I'm like, this is makeup, and you're like, what's this fishing hook?
Holy shit. Yeah, you used that on my face, didn't you?
Yeah, this one. So what I like to think about makeup is you need to buy clever, something that you can use for everything. So this, it's hashtag not sponsored, is by Beauty Bay.
It's a bit late.
It has every colour that I need for like most of everyday looks. So I find that this one is the one that, yes, so we use this like top row from here to here in this eye look, which I think turned out quite nice.
Good.
So this, yeah, so everything you need is in this palette, really. I mean, for the average makeup user. Unless you like to collect makeup, and if you like to collect makeup, then do whatever makes your heart sing, that's all. I just know that the products that I constantly reach for are the ones that I want to not copy, but like make something, improve on that formula that I like. And also, being a scientist, especially now discovering Google patterns, I can look literally at people's products and be like, oh, you've done that. Okay, interesting. I don't know why you've done that, but let's build upon that idea,
Yes.
shall we? I mean, it's illegal to break a patent, so don't do that. Let's ignore the website for those. What are we doing?
I don't know why it's not.
You're
popping
welcome.
Up. Like,
It's
why is it
weird.
not,
Like, why is this not auto?
Like you just have to keep like looking at all of them, which is really really frustrating. Or are we just talking too much and just like completely forgetting them?
Maybe. Chloe Louise, I've only worn makeup twice for my prom and my uncle's wedding. Well, whatever makes you happy.
Chloe Louise. Oh wait, she's from my Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
Hey.
Chloe Louise everywhere all the time. She's very, very interactive. Love that. Yes, do sulfate. Thank you, Jinkundo. I will do. Am I saying that right? Jinkundo. Jinko Undo. Is that correct?
Girl, I don't know.
Lux, do you recommend a good concealer to hide xanthelasma? Xanthelasma.
White spots on my eyes.
White spots on my eyes? Do you mean like here? Are they the milk
I think
spots?
he means like on his eyelids.
Or our eyelids?
Eyelids, I think. I mean, I don't know if he wants it like on his eyeballs.
Yeah, like put the concealer directly into the eye. No, don't do that.
Please do not do that.
I will not recommend you a concealer to apply to the eyeball. No.
You see what it's doing? Why is it
Yeah, I
doing
don't know
that?
what it's onto the eyelids.
See,
Okay.
I told you.
So,
Look at me.
fancy. Instead of using a concealer, I would actually go for a slightly darker. So you can get these things called concealer pens. NYX Cosmetics have them. I would go for a slightly darker NYX Cosmetics pencil and dot it on the areas that you have that are problematic, so that it darkens those areas and takes the whiteness away. And then after that, leave it a couple of minutes just to settle in, and then apply a normal concealer over the top, and it should marry all of the colours together. So you might have to spend that couple of extra minutes just making sure that you apply it in the right areas, but it will pay off in the end. That's what I recommend. Because the weird thing about makeup is like, it's not a... Everyone always goes, oh, you know, it's for everyone. It's a one-size-fit-all. It really isn't. It really takes like a little bit of practice, a little bit of consideration.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Down and
today,
practice.
This took like how long?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I was sitting on the floor doing this, so it's very much like if you were in my like studio where I had you on a high seat and it was all like well lit and I could move around you like this, like it would have been a different outcome. So I think it's like you have to really play to your own strengths. David E, thank you.
Wait, no, wait.
Oh.
Bull Eye, the science guy.
When you can have Luxeria, the science queen.
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you. I would like to do much more to do with science. I'd love to have a little scientific podcast, but I don't know how many people would be interested in that because...
Just start.
I guess so. Shouldn't I?
Yeah.
It's difficult because I don't know if my audience crosses over into science too much. See, I love cosmetic science because like it really does bind with a lot of what I do. I love being able to say to people why a product is good and not just be like, oh, it's good because, you know, it'll deal with your dry blah. It's like, no, it's got this ingredient which is specifically designed for dry blah. But there we go.
Me, I'd listen. You
Well, there we
see,
go. Maybe I should
told
do
you,
it.
honey.
I should start it.
Told you, I would listen to it.
Would you?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
that's very nice
But
of
because
you.
it's you.
Oh, thank you. All right, what do we have? What's the time? We are going live until 9 o'clock, everyone. So we are now...
10 minutes.
We've got 10 minutes left, everyone. 10 minutes.
I'd listen too. You see, Happy Thoughts.
Happy Thoughts.
I love that
That's
name.
cute. That is a nice name. Thank you, Happy
Should
Thoughts.
we ask some questions? They can ask some questions.
Yes. I'd listen to any podcast you're in. Thank you,
Exactly.
Nevan. Thank you.
You
I
can listen
love
to
your
it.
name, Nevan.
Okay.
Very, very ethereal.
Can we plug in my...
Yes, plug your podcast if you've got anything to say. So Corey is is half of a podcast called Twice as Queer.
Yes.
I've posted it on my Instagram story, but when you put the video up on live, I will mention it in my video that I do around that time.
Oh, okay.
And then send people over to that so they
Perfect.
can go on the YouTube and then on the link tree and
Yes,
find
yeah,
everything out. But yeah, plug anything you want to
Yeah,
plug.
so
What
if you want to
working on?
listen to her on a podcast, we've done one. It's called Twice as Queer. I listened to the podcast. Wait, hold on. What tattoo is on your shoulder? Like,
Oh, this is from when I used to be a body piercer / jewelry, blah blah blah. So it's hypodermic needles going through the skin. I designed it in a graphic design exam when I finished all my work and I got an A. So I was like, yes, I've got half an hour. Let's do this. Yeah, that's my tattoo. I want more, but there we go.
I like science. I would listen.
Oh,
See,
thank
maybe
you.
you should start this.
Maybe I should. I think it's because I hold beauty in this different world to science, really. And I think it's because I underestimate people a bit too much. Maybe I should trust and be like, yeah, my audience would like science.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
it seems like at least 3 of you have said that you'd love it. So hopefully the other 9,227 people will enjoy it as well.
True. Well, love how you know that to the T.
Oh, it's
Like,
because
know
I
my
literally looked just before we went live. That's why.
Do you still talk to anybody from? Ooh, that's your collab channel, isn't
That
it?
was my old collab channel. It was.
I love that.
The answer is no. So there's no real drama or anything.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah, no.
Joking.
I sometimes still interact with people, but we're not like talky friends. No. But every time I see, apart from M, actually Wednesday, I still talk to occasionally because she's doing some wonderful drag shows now,
Oh, okay.
and she's or they rather are doing some brilliant things in America and to do with shows. So
Cool.
yeah, I still keep in contact with M. They're brilliant. They're really,
There's
really cute. All right.
combining science.
It's combining
yeah.
both sides of the brain. I've just put my finger in front of everyone. Science and beauty, that's the genius of Luxeria. I'd like... Why are you not staying there? I think you have a lot to offer the world. Thank you. That's actually one of the nicest things I've heard.
Right, that's really cute. Happy
'Cause
thoughts, you can stay.
I think I'm very one of these people that's like... I don't know, I don't have much self-belief.
Why?
And that's the tea. I don't know.
Why
I
though?
honestly don't know.
You sound like Shane Dawson right now.
Yeah, but I'm not living in LA with a
Huge house and 20 million subscribers.
Exactly. You can't be like, I'm so depressed with 22 million subscribers.
You're like, and people won't buy my things.
It's like, yeah, they will. It's like, I mean, I'm not here to ridicule anyone's mental health
Yeah.
because that's not fun, even
But
when
it's
you...
not nice, yeah.
Yeah, but I think, like...
But it can be scary because, like, so
Yeah.
like, for example, like when I first started on YouTube, I would look at people with like, you know, like just over 5,000 subscribers or anything like that. Like, oh my God, you're so famous. Like you should do things with that, like thing, you know. And then I get here and I'm like, I
that
can't
person.
do that.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do that. It's like not gonna happen. And yeah, so I guess it's normal. So I think even if I get to like 100,000 or 1 million, it's gonna be like that as well. It's like I can't do that because people are not gonna buy my things, you know.
I think a lot of it stems to your reach as well, because there are some people now that are at 1 million. So there's this interesting phenomenon that happens with YouTube AdSense. So when you earn up to a certain amount, you're kept on this like lower grade of pay, and then as soon as you click over into like millions, you get put on higher grade.
Oh, okay.
So instead of your views being like $4 per thousand,
They get
they get up to like $18 per thousand.
Okay.
So then it's like your income skyrockets, and that's how you can then live this lavish lifestyle from YouTube. But I am very sure that I probably will not experience that.
I'm an amateur. What?
An amateur astronomer?
Yeah.
I have 2 telescopes, a reflector and a refractor, and I also dabble in other sciences. I have a lab-grade Geiger counter. Ah, how exciting! Geiger counter is radiation, I believe. Geiger
counter. Yeah. Like
No, is it
radiation, like-
radiation?
I
Geiger?
think so.
Why do I not know this? Or is it earth shaking? Earth shake. It's earth shaking, isn't
I'm
it?
not a science queen.
It's not.
I'm a science nerd too, and your science videos cover terrific topics.
Ah,
They
thank
do,
you,
right?
thank you. I always get a little bit nervous when I put a science video online because, like, it's easy for me to do makeup. I've been doing it for 12 years. I can be like, this is a good red lipstick. You don't really need to hear me say it. You can see. But when I do, like, a science video and I'm like, I actually can't continue further on this specific bit because there is no more... It's radiation. I thought it was radiation. I wasn't entirely sure. But I was like... So, for example, in my latest denatured alcohol one, there was... I couldn't get through to a company because I'm not a buyer or, like, a business. And then I couldn't get further down another research route. And I was like... Are people going to be, like, angry that I haven't been able to, like, fully explore this section? Like, but no one was, and everyone was like, oh, that's great. So thank you so much for giving me some positive feedback, because it's work that I'm not entirely used to yet. Even though I've been a scientist now for nearly 5 years, it's still very much
really?
fresh to me.
Yeah.
Well, I started uni in 2015, so that would have been when I
Wow.
started becoming a scientist.
Yeah, for sure.
I think to be a scientist is very much a state of mind, though. Even if you talk, it's good. It measures gamma and beta radiation.
Right.
Oh, my favourite. I love a bit of gamma. Do you know bananas give off gamma radiation?
Oh,
Can you
God,
believe it?
that's
I watched
controversial.
you since you were this person who I love. I also
Since
love
you were this
Luxeria
person.
and have been fascinated with you since. You're a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much. That's lovely. To be honest, I will never be upset about who I used to be, because I have to accept that lots of people loved that person. It's not me anymore, but it's still definitely a part of me. Not a lot of people can be good at both art and I think it's meant to be science.
And
So it's
oh, yeah.
pretty awesome that you do both and you do them so well. Thank you.
yeah.
I don't think I do, but thank you. As I say, with a bloody spider on my eye. I found radioactive glacial deposit boulders with 5.3 microsieverts per hour.
That
What?
is
5.3?
That is
You should be
mental.
kept. That should be in a box and away from you.
Yeah, for sure. Why do you want to?
Why don't you want to say the name? Oh, it just doesn't bring me joy.
Yeah, why not?
Happy thoughts. Oh, okay. Chloe Louise, I loved science in secondary school, but I hated my science teacher. My science teacher in
Same.
secondary school was 22 years old.
Oh, really?
I was 16. I was like, you're not teaching us anything. Puh.
Go
Fresh out of
away.
university, exactly. Be like me being like, hello everyone, I've come into your GCSEs to teach you all about, I don't know, chemistry.
Yeah. Do you think you could do that though?
I think I could do it, but also I don't want to be a teacher.
True.
But to be honest, if I can't get anything in the next couple of years, then I really will need to. I'm thinking about going and doing a master's degree though, because it's quite clear that I want to be in research and product development.
For
It's
sure.
quite clear. It's just, I keep procrastinating because it's going to take me another at least 5 years to get to that point where I can then start in the industry. If
Okay.
I take that route, like, harshly. So I'm like,
I love
So,
science
my
within
sci-
secondary.
My
But I hate
science
them,
teacher
I
was in his mid-60s. So I had a science teacher called Miss Rose, who I think was like 62. I come from like a very poor area in Brighton, and there was some like rapscallions in my...
Rapscallion.
Yeah, so like undesirable people. Very much like, I don't care what anyone's teaching me, I'm going to be loud and noisy. And she took no crap from anyone, and I really liked her. She was the only person in high school I looked.
Can you suggest a good non-toxic organic makeup?
Organic is a lie. Don't listen to anyone who says the word organic. Organic only means that the pesticides used to create the product were actually grown from the ground and rather synthesized in a lab. I would recommend ignore the word organic on anything because it's actually
What about
nonsense.
non-toxic?
So all cosmetics should be non-toxic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if it's
Oh, yeah,
available
because
to
it's meant
purchase,
to
it
be
should
on
be
your face, yeah,
non-toxic. Yeah. The problem that comes in from that is that then you have things like Claire's Accessories not discerning that they actually have asbestos in their cosmetics.
Okay.
That's a huge problem. So I would recommend don't go too cheap for your cosmetics because that means that the quality checks and the money invested in like product development isn't as good. Go for something. I always recommend MAC. Every time that somebody wants to start a makeup collection, I say go to MAC, find something there. They're not the absolute best quality now, but they're a great place to start.
Are they the only ones who haven't tested on animals or something like that? Yeah.
So
Or was there like a big controversy on that? Like,
there
I
kind
can't
of
remember.
is because MAC is owned by Estee Lauder, and Estee Lauder sell in China, and China forces you to test on animals if you want to sell products there.
Like
Like you
beagles,
have
hey?
to. I don't know if it's specifically on beagles, but
think it's
definitely
beagles.
in
A
like
lot-
rabbit
yeah,
eyes and
because-
stuff.
Because I think beagles have like the closest skin to human skin.
No, it's
something
mouse
like-
skin. That would be the closest.
Mouse.
That's why we test on mice. That's why we test medicine
really?
on mice. Yeah.
I
But
didn't know
beagle
that.
skin, that's really sad if that's true. Those poor little beagles.
I know, I love them too much.
I love beagles.
I'm so glad I saw you on Rowley's channel, loving all the bits.
Thank
Oh,
you,
so cute.
Draconian Nutter. I love that name. That's so
Draconian
cute.
Nutter,
Yeah,
really?
it's so good.
Nutter.
Sinestra D.
Sinestra D. I keep forgetting to read the names.
My high school science physics teacher was dyslexic and she made me realise my love for physics. I love physics. If I wasn't a biochemist, I would be a physicist because that stuff is mind-blowingly exciting.
Luxeria, if you ever come to England,
Absolutely, of course, why not?
100%.
What do you think the most overrated costume is? Do you mean for Halloween, Momo?
This one right here. I'm joking.
I think Harley Quinn's pretty overrated.
Harley Quinn.
All the sexy people do. They're just like, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn is very overrated.
Okay, what time are we on? All right, it's 9 o'clock, everyone. We are going to head off. Thank you so much for joining us for the live show this evening. All of Corey's details will be in the description box below, so you can go follow his podcast, follow his channel, follow his Instagram, go show him some love.
So sweet, thank
It's
you.
been lovely. Oh, thank you so much for coming on my live.
I don't want to ruin my makeup.
I know, every time someone says, I'm like, yes, love that.
We love you.
that. Thank you, bye. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you soon for the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, that's going to be my finger right inside the camera.